Hi guys, it's Spence from LA Motors, and today we are in this Clio RS Trophy Edition. And it's not just no standard Clio RS Trophy Edition. This car has been tuned by RS Tuning, and it's actually Stage 2 Plus. And with that little bump, you get 255 horsepower out of the little 1.6 turbo engine. Today I'm going to be comparing this car to the likes of the A45. Is this a good cheap alternative to the A45? First things I've noticed after driving this for about 10 minutes, the one thing that catches me out the most, the upgraded exhaust that comes as an optional extra on this car from factory, the AKRAPOVIC exhaust, which you can hear. What a tone. There's a bit of a tone that comes through the speakers that comes with the RS monitor, where you can actually change the sound of the exhaust that comes through the speakers, which is quite a cool little funky flex, I should say. So, you know, if you want to have a GTR noise, you can have that as well. There's loads of other noises you can choose from, but that's not the main focus today. This is a driver's car. So what we're going to do, we're going to drive it. I'm going to show you the noise, and we're going to do a little POV driving a bit as well. The way this car handles, it wants to break your neck around corners. It's one of those super stiff, super flat. You can go around corners like no tomorrow. I actually personally think I prefer the handling on this than I do to the A45. The A45 is four-wheel drive, this is front-wheel drive, but this is a lot lighter. This feels like it wants to go around on track quick, and you can feel that. The gearbox in this is an EDC 6-speed. That comes with flat paddle and manual mode. Flick the shifter to the left, you are now in manual mode. And if you put it into RS mode, and we also have a couple of different driving modes. We have sport, normal, and race. And what that does, I'll put it into RS mode right now. There we go, we're now in race after holding the RS mode. So when you're in race mode, it actually sharpens the throttle response, so you get a little bit of that more naturally aspirated feel, less lag. We also have sport mode, which is like a more dialed down version of race. This mode actually keeps the traction on, whereas the race mode, it goes off. You're spinning those front tyres. On the RS monitor, you have things like lap timers, you have your G monitor, everything you want to know when you're going around track, or giving your car a little boot around the streets. I'm not going to judge you if you do that. But the RS monitor on this car actually tells you a lot of facts and figures about your driving style. Another thing that I really like are these seats. There's no Alcantara, they're not stiff, but they do hold you in very nicely, and they're actually super comfy. You sink into them very nicely. Hold you in by the legs as well. And for a car of this value, this car is actually up for sale for only £16,995, which in my eyes is an absolute bargain for this car. When you're in RS mode as well, it actually stiffens up the steering, so you get a more responsive feel when you're going around corners. It feels a little bit more precise, but if you get bored of, you know, having stiffer steering, you turn it off, it's nice and light again, a nice little cruiser. Also, you might be hearing a lot of noise come through the mic because I was in RS mode, because it decides to keep the revs nice and high, but now I've turned it off. It's nice and timid in here now. It's not all in your face, it's not super loud. But talking about the exhaust, which is one of my favourite things about this car, the AKRAPOVIC, I think we get a nice little exhaust shot for you. So let's do that. Also behind me you can see this nice little embossed logo stitched into the headrest. The headrest actually works really nice. It's almost like a pillow. A lot of headrests, I don't actually like to rest my head on the headrest because it's pointless. It's just stiff. It's not really good for your head. But this, you could fall asleep in this car if you really wanted to as well. If you want to go camping and just chill out like my colleague's doing right now. He actually owns one of these cars. So we've just gone into RS mode, nice little open road. Listen to that intake noise. Hopefully you guys can hear it. The little farts on the shifts as well, like any other DSG hot hatch vehicle. For this price, you get everything. You get everything that the S3 has. You get everything the A45 has. You get a little bit more luxury inside the A45, don't get me wrong. But we're talking about nearly half the price here, quite literally. If you enjoy driving cars, I think this is a great alternative. Gearbox, fairly responsive. That intake noise, I really hope you guys can hear that intake noise. Listen. But this car literally has everything you could ask for in a hot hatch, and for a snippet of the price as well. Literally cut it in half and you get one of these, and it's available right now as you're watching this video. You hear the farts. Super easy to drive as well, super comfy. It's so nice. The downshifts, the brakes as well. Wow. Listen to the intake. Wow. That sound is so, from a 1.6 turbo. Anyway, you see, I've told you what it's like to drive. How about we get into a little shot where you guys can actually see from my point of view of what it's actually like to drive. It gives you a better idea of what it's actually like to live with. So let's cut to that right now. So here she is in the flesh. We'll do a little walk around right now. Pilot Sport 4s all round as well. Good looking little car, man. Anyway, let's get on the inside. Let's turn her off so you can hear me. So straight away, the steering wheel fits absolutely perfect in your hands. The flappy paddles behind as well have a really nice feel to them when you click them, and they're actually attached to the steering column. Down in the center console, you've got plenty of room down here for your storage in here. Lovely feel on this gear selector. Bog standard handbrake. We've got bass flex speakers all around the car. Take a look at these seat belts. Red seat belts give you that extra sporty feel that also matches the accents on the steering wheel. You've got the nice little RS badge down here. Loads of space up front. It's really nice trim up here. They've got the Renault Sport sticker. Little bits of storage up here. Plenty of space down in the cup holders. But yeah, it's quite a basic car, but once again, it's one of those cars you need to take out and drive it. So simply foot on the brake, hit the start button, and listen to that. RS mode down here, simply hold that, and then that will put us into sport mode, the sportiest setting that we have. Throttle response is super sharp, as I mentioned earlier. Here we go. Listen to that intake noise. Slow down a bit here. Let's get a nice little downshift for you. What a good little car. Listen to the farts. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, because I sure have enjoyed driving this car. For the price, I think you just go ahead and buy it straight away. If you have the money and you're in the market for one of these, don't waste your time, go and get one. And if you're interested in this one that I'm sat in right now, come to LA Motors. We're based in the West Midlands. Get down there and get your hands on it, because it's not going to be around for long. Anyway guys, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. See you later.